We don't have any other important business today, but we'll get to you in just a second. We don't need any alternates. I looked at the minutes. They look fine. Anybody have any comments on the minutes? All right, so we'll adopt the minutes as submitted. And then tonight we have an informal discussion of potential office use at 288 Hot Meadow Street. So this is an informal presentation, and we welcome
Paul Stanislaw.
Paul,
MD.
yeah, Paul. So Paul, we appreciate it if you'd stand and use the microphone because it is recorded in that way. Not that we need that to hear, but so we would love to hear about your project.
Do I have to talk into it or can I just talk? How sensitive is it?
We don't know.
You can just talk.
You're fine.
You're fine.
So my office is currently at the St. Francis Care Building on that road, 85 Road. I've been there for 15 years. I am a facial plastics and reconstructive surgeon. That means I do cosmetic and reconstructive work from here up. I don't do any body work. I have an esthetician, so I also do spa services. So like facials, microdermabrasions, those type of things. And I am looking to move out of that building, and I'm looking to purchase a building that sort of has the feel that sort of caters to my clientele. The Linden House is pretty much all set for me. I mean, it's almost to the point where I can just move in, get a sign, and move in. It's got the sprinkler system, it's got the alarm system, it's got a generator, it's got office, it's got the street, city water, city sewer, everything. So it's got the parking lot, so I'm pretty much set. I have 4 employees. The point of this is to grow. So my point is not to have 4 employees forever. So I don't know if that's going to be a problem, but it really is the point of this whole purchase would be to grow. I do also want to expand the spa services as well, just because that's the setting. The setting would work very, very well for that. Currently, we'll see the estheticians will see patients on a Saturday. I don't see patients on a Saturday, but I see patients whenever they need me. So it's not like I have office hours on the weekend. It's just, but if someone needs me, I will go in on a Saturday or Sunday or whatever time they need me to do it. What else? Hiram had sent me a list of things to answer for you.
What kind of activity do you have there now? What's the amount of patients per day on average? What kind
See about 20 patients a day.
Okay.
Total. It's not a lot. I might do 1 patient. If I do like a larger procedure, I might do 1 patient or 2 patients for the day. Okay. The esthetician is varying. You know, sometimes she'll see 4 patients a day. Sometimes she'll see 2. Sometimes she'll see 8. So it's not a huge volume. It's not, and my plan is not to actually bring on any partners. It's really for me and the spa services. It's really what it is. Let me just see what Hiram had recommended.
Do you have any affiliations with St. Francis or no?
I have privileges at St. Francis and Bristol Hospital. I'm not employed by them.
Okay, so your signage wouldn't require any
St. Francis?
or,
No,
okay.
no. I mean, it would just be my practice.
Business
Yeah.
and spa services, et cetera.
Yeah, correct. The daily activities, we talked about that. The amount of parking.
Let's talk about the parking for just a minute. How many spots are there now, Rachel? There are like 4 spots there?
No, it's more than that.
Huh? More than
that. They have 8 rooms. They have 8. They have 8 bed rooms. So that I assume they technically have to have at least 8 plus the people who own the place. I haven't measured it though.
Yeah.
And it would strictly be used for medical office, so it wouldn't.
Would you have patients stay overnight?
No. No.
So this is just day traffic.
Right.
And you wouldn't live in part of the house and the office be the other part.
No, I mean it's so large. I could. I could put my parents in the basement if you want. If that made it better.
You could put mine in there if you want.
I mean, I could put my parents there, but it's not.
That's why
I live in Burlington.
I'm curious.
So it's not.
It's such a big, it's such a big.
Hey, let me ask you in a different way. Would you rent out part of it as resident? Do you have any future plans to split that up in any way?
No.
Okay.
No. My plan is to grow it as my practice and the spa.
Okay.
That's my. It's purely that. I mean, I look at. the Simsbury Inn and all these other places. I could offer spa services for them. You know, it's really just, and it's not, with the grounds and everything like that, I am really looking to be much higher end. I'm not looking to be the green tangerine. I don't want to be in a strip mall.
Yeah,
like
I
that's
understand.
not me.
Beautiful
So
building.
it's just sort of that fits what I want to do.
It just seems like the ground floor would be really the most used floor.
I can do consults, injections on every floor, every floor, and it's got the dual stairwells for that. You know, for that. The goal, like the big room, would be, like I'll do seminars at night.
Okay.
Every couple of months, I'll do a seminar. We'll have events where women will come and do that type of stuff. So the main area would be the reception area where that fireplace is, where we'd have events like that, where I could do a seminar. The room that's back by the bathroom, by the kitchen, would be more, I just convert that more into like a procedure room.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the rooms would stay exactly the same. I mean, everyone's got a bathroom, so I don't have to plumb it. I don't have to do anything. I would just put a consult room, a chair. I'd have to put some more lighting in. Lighting is the only issue that I would have. The lighting is there a little inadequate.
I mean, do you have to go through any type of ADA compliance issues with that?
I assume absolutely I would have to. And basically, there's a suite that's off of the main big room.
Yeah.
As long as I can offer all my services in that one room, I am fine with that.
Okay.
So there is a porch that's off the back where the kitchen comes in.
Mm-hmm.
I can put in a ramp there, and I can do those services there.
Rachel, what is the requirement for how many parking spots? What do they base the amount of spots you need on?
As a medical office, medical office is 2.3 spaces for every 500 square feet.
For every 500?
A hospital or sanatorium would be 2 spaces, so those are the two numbers that
6
most
per
closely
1,000.
align.
How many square feet is the building? How many square feet is this building?
Yeah, I don't have it. Let me grab the
No,
file.
that's okay.
Yeah, let's talk broadly, because I think
Yeah, I'm not digging in
we're not, I mean, we're not here to question your business or your business practice. What we're trying to determine is the applicability of that use for this location. So, Rachel, help us with the sort of the zoning issues. So, obviously, it's being operated as a bed and breakfast, or had been, in a residential zone. So I assume that's allowed, doesn't require a special exception, or?
The bed and breakfast?
Right.
Bed and breakfast is a,
They must have had a
special
They had a
exception,
special exception.
Okay.
for that use in a residential area.
Okay. So, but it's not possible to do a special exception for a medical office building in a residential zone?
Not unless it's accessory to
Accessory to a residence. So what we really would be looking here then would be to do a zone change from R40 to commercial?
There are a few choices. It could be professional office.
Right.
Put it in map with the zoning for
Right.
everyone. Okay. There is a professional office zone in the area. That's the other medical building at 381 Hot Meadow Street.
How far down the street? That's on the other side of the street?
On the other side, that's across from the Mitchell.
Toscano's
yeah,
office?
yeah.
Oh, further down.
It's way down here.
Right.
Closer to the town center. So 381 is across from Mitchell Volvo
Yep.
dealership next to the Simsbury Inn.
All right.
Do you know what Toscano's is by any chance? Because he's a similar situation. It's a converted house, and he's got a
What's
medical
he do?
facility. He's our pediatrician.
Oh.
He's got several doctors in there, and I'd just be curious to see
Where
how
is
they have it. He's right on Canal Way. It's right where you
Oh,
know
at the
where the
corner.
Civil War Memorial is? Is that?
That's actually, that should be on this map.
So would it be right across from B1?
Right, actually, right. It's right here.
Canal Way is the end of Canal Way where it starts to turn.
In here.
There's an I-1, there's a portion of Canal Way that is I-1.
And we approved the
It's right there.
Mr. Joseph's or whatever across the street. Remember, we did this
The hair guy.
a couple months ago.
Yeah.
So he's going to see patients across the street but that's a auxiliary use of his residence. He lives there already. So So we would be able, I'll be careful how I say this. So this would be a zone change for a single property, not a whole area, right? That's the issue.
Potentially.
Yeah. So you started to say there were a couple of options, right?
The other option would be to go to a business zone, which would allow offices, and an industrial 1 zone would allow offices. Those are the options. A planned area development, a PAD zone would not be possible because this is currently a residential zone.
Right.
So from Hartford Road all the way down to, I'm not sure what zone, that AZ.
That's the Riverwalk.
Okay, so that, from Hartford down to the Riverwalk is all residential.
Well, you have
Yes.
a gas station in there.
Riverwalk? There's a gas station
The
right
gas
there.
station's at,
Well, it's not a gas station,
I'm not
it's a
talking about,
auto
I'm saying
repair.
up to the border of the AZ. From there to Hartford Road is all residential.
All residentially zoned.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Where is the gas station?
The M&M or whatever it is.
It's either the
It's gotta
purple
be
or
the-
the,
Yeah.
or
It's
it's
past
within the
Riverwalk?
AZ.
Yeah, no, actually, it's right before
No,
Riverwalk.
it's across from the park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not
One of those-
Riverwalk.
So
Riverwalk's
it's in
down
a
here.
residential zone.
Is that true?
These
Let me grab
these are
the,
houses,
I'm
then
gonna grab the
gas
plan of
station.
conservation development, which has that map of the
Yeah,
land
better
uses.
map.
I
Thank
just
you.
want to confirm that from here to here is all residential. That's all.
No, I know. It's a good question. It's the right question.
But where's the gas station?
That's what we're
Well,
trying
it's
to
not a
find
gas
out.
station, it's
an auto
Well, what used to be
repair. It used to be
before
a gas
my
station.
Before Majoni's.
It's M&M.
It's right before this. It's right there.
But it's
No,
in the,
it's on the
It's probably that
east
one
side
just
of
north
Hot Meadow.
of, just north
So
of.
that's
the-
right before the condo
This
complex.
is the park, right?
yeah, there's the park.
So this is it right here. See the
That
cut in?
odd-shaped
It's actually
property.
shaded. I think that's the property. Unless it's this I-1 property here.
Could be the I-1.
No, the I-1 is the Hartford.
That's the Hartford.
No,
That's the beginning of the Hartford
That's the
property.
road.
Then it's in this, it's that shaded
This is the-
area within the AZ.
You're saying one of these residential is the actual park, or both of them? Where's the fire station?
The fire station is either the I-2 or right next to it on the other
Yeah, it's
side.
probably the well, Hot Meadow Street there. It's a pretty big piece of property they own. And then the bigger one would be the town.
This is
Yeah,
the park.
I think it'd be even green.
This
Yeah.
is the baseball field. This is the parking
M-
lot. This
M&M is
M&M.
directly across from it.
Yeah, but it's separate ownership, so this is the district, the big one there would be the district, the fire district. And then that would be the park, because it backs up to those residences.
But that shouldn't be zoned in residential, right?
Which,
The park.
well, I'm not sure why it's, not showing a color.
I mean, it's got to be some other thing than residential.
You'd think.
And so does the fire station.
Well,
All right,
fire
just
stations
let Rachel get this
There must be
done.
some special exception for fire stations to go into a residential.
I don't know, I think it's right next to the park.
Fire station
I don't know
isn't
why it would
directly
show
across
that
from.
color, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't think that's it. I think this is, I think Formaggione's there.
What's from it? That's the auto
Not
place?
Formaggio, M&M.
Okay.
I used to live here, there.
I think these are all houses here,
Yes,
down
they
to
are.
the AZ.
Mhm.
And
They're all
then,
houses up
Except for
until
the
the auto
odd-shaped one.
place, and
The
then
auto
there's a
place, I
condo
think, is
complex
the
right
last
after it.
one.
There's that complex and it's there. So it's all houses there. I think that's the auto repair.
Yeah,
And then it's that.
and this is the, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
okay,
the-
so it's before then. This is the,
This is the auto
oh,
place.
I see, it's been changed.
Yeah, the computer's just looking at, but that's the auto repair.
right, so what's
Is the
zone?
orange piece the auto repair? Okay, yeah.
And
right.
what's that zone?
It's residentially zoned,
It is residentially zoned?
With
according
the,
to the method, yeah.
But-
Where the repair
Auto
shop
place?
is? And so they have a special exemption, or a special,
No, well, what's the-
Or
what's the-
predated.
No.
because it was a gas station. It was a gas
That's what
station
you need.
before.
Yeah.
Was there a doctor there years ago?
So Rachel, if I look at this now, why this, what is this spot here? Why is it a different color?
It shows up as residential,
The gray, the big gray piece.
yeah,
To the north?
I have to go and check the.
Is that part of Lavery's farm?
Is it farm?
Which,
There's farm.
That's Lavery's farm,
Yeah.
yeah. They have a house and then they have the farmland next to it.
Can you show me where?
yeah,
Right
Yeah.
here.
that's Lavery's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Abigail's
That's part
right
of
here.
this.
yeah, actually across the street.
Oh,
There's a
yeah,
pond
yeah,
here and then there's a
yeah,
house
yeah.
and then there's Abigail's.
That and that are the same property.
Which and which?
And is there a house on the pie-shaped lot between the farm and the proposed property?
Yes, yep, that's Lavery's house is there.
Okay.
No, wait a minute, there's a.
Right next door.
There's a, Lavery's is a house there, then there's a guy, can't think of his name, Dave, somebody
That's
that lives
the
next door.
property, that's the house right next door, and the pool behind it, and then there's the farm that's above.
Yeah, yeah. It's here next door.
All right, so this is all very interesting, but the issue at hand really is, what are the pros and cons of the commission changing the zone on a single lot in a residential area that needs to be commercial or whatever in order for Paul to operate his business. That's really those are really the issues for you and for us. Because there's a no-no in town, which is called spot zoning. You can't individually, one at a time, take a piece of property and.
No, I fully understand. I mean, that's why I'm
you're
here.
here,
And
exactly.
Hiram was like, he'd love to have me here, but he's got to find out what everybody thinks. So
Yeah.
I understand.
So that's what makes our job occasionally difficult, which is that
What have the discussions been between you and the current owner of the house?
Only through the real estate broker. We haven't had any.
Okay.
I mean, right now, I have not. I went through this once before with another piece of property. I was mentioning Canton, and I spent a whole lot of money, and I got hosed. So I'm just.
So what's the guidance that the broker's giving you in terms of the ability for you to do this? Or are they just saying go check it out?
They said go speak to Hiram. He's a
Okay.
really nice guy.
yeah.
That's what she said.
Well, she's right.
Yeah. So I'll give you the chairman's perspective on this, which is that, we could have the applicant apply for it. We could have require a public hearing. We would post that. We would run the notices. We'd call the abutters. It would likely not draw many objections, given sort of I think it fits nicely. I think my personal view, now this is not the view of the commission, is that the use of the property that you're proposing is very rational. It's certainly consistent, less intrusive on the neighborhood than overnight guests. That doesn't seem inconsistent with the location where it is. It's not like it's 3 miles off the main drag in a neighborhood of 1 acre lot homes. It's on a fairly busy road and has been used for transient guests in the past. So from that standpoint, I don't personally have a problem with the use. I don't personally expect that you'll have any real problem with the public hearing, but I can't guarantee that. But the bigger issue for me is one-off zoning on a single lot, and the repercussions of that potentially down the road for other pieces of property that someone might want to use, and this sets a precedent for that. So
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I think the precedent's been already set. Since it's a bed and breakfast, it's already had a change for the bed and breakfast already.
Through an exemption.
No,
But
it's
if
a
they-
special exception.
Special exception, but if they had to change the zoning, that would change the whole discussion, right? If they had to do that. I mean,
in my mind, a little bit, is the fact that the special exception stays with the property? That's a question. So if the next person who wants to run a bed and breakfast buys the property,
As a bed and breakfast.
they get
Okay, yeah.
the exception that goes with it. But we don't have that path here for a special exception.
Right.
But what if he were to move into the house and then use a portion of it for his business? Would he then be able to get a special exception for part of his
Yes.
domicile?
Probably.
But yeah, that's a different.
Percent.
Probably.
The other option we have is to change the reg to make
Yes.
a special exception feasible
Right.
for him.
Which is one of the things that we're contemplating, as we look at the regs, which is this kind of thing.
It's better than a spot zoning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't,
Right.
we
That's
don't
not
do
gonna-
spot zoning because I think it's against the law,
Right,
right?
right. Well, we could get the town attorney to tell us.
Right.
But
All right,
Then
so
you're
I
talking
think, Paul, I
lots.
think we're not going to give you the great comfort that you want to walk out with tonight.
I expected that.
Yeah.
I'm
and-
under no.
And I don't think it would have made much difference if Hiram was here, but I think we do need to pose, I think what we can do tonight, and I think I'd poll the members just to say that, are we comfortable with the use as he's described it? Forget that there's a zone, whether we should or shouldn't change the zone. Are we comfortable with the use? And
I
so-
don't know if answering that question really makes a difference.
Let me go all the way through my questions.
Oh, okay.
Okay, because
Oh, okay. You have more.
I think that way, if we go and do some other research, Derek, Paul won't get whipsawed, when he comes back and goes, well, we don't want a plastic surgeon in, in Simsbury. And that's what I'm trying to do, is remove some hurdles for him tonight. So I think the general sense, seeing nodding heads here, is that if we can figure out a way to do this, that application, that use of that building would be fine with us as a commission. You're not going to have that come back at you. I think we're going to recommend that, and I'll work with Hiram. Hiram has already mentioned this project to me, but I wanted to hear what it was involved. I thought I didn't understand that. I wanted to know a little bit more about whether you're going to have patients staying over, or that doesn't really make much difference. Although it does give us a clear. This really is an office, a doctor's office use. I think we want to talk. I want to have a couple calls, have Hiram speak with the town attorney so that we understand what the implication would be.
Hiram said that he spoke to the attorney, and the attorney said to talk to you.
Yeah. So when that happens, then I talk to the attorney.
Yeah, there you go.
Then we build this.
Bob DiCrescenzo will give me a set of parameters which we can then share. All right, so we'll do that and then get back to you in reasonably short order as to whether we think it's advisable for you to make the application. And so you'll know whether you want to spend the money for the application and the public hearing that would come with the proposal. David?
One suggestion maybe is to make sure that the neighbors know what your
Yeah, I was
ideas are.
going to finish with
Okay.
that, which is
Sorry.
that this ultimately,
gun.
that was the
Yeah.
point I was trying to make, is that if we can legally allow this application to be made and hear it with the requirements that go with any application for a zone change, if there isn't some legal prohibition from us doing that, then you would do that. You would notice the neighbors, come make your case. We'd close the public hearing, and we would take feedback from the audience, and then we would decide. It's always advisable, if you know who the neighbors are, to knock on their door and have done that beforehand. Doesn't always happen that way. A lot of people meet their neighbors here in the audience, and it's the most uncomfortable thing we go through. But I'd recommend that if you do that. All right? So I hope that was a little bit helpful, but not really what you were.
No, that's what I expected.
Okay. All right.
I figured this was going to be the process. The
We'll
only request I have is,
we'll try to find a way to let to give you a hearing before you spend a lot of money on it.
and the other aspect of it is, if it gets dragged out forever, then they're going to sell it to somebody else, and then I'll.
Sure.
Have you identified any other properties that you?
For me?
Yeah. That you
No,
think-
I've been looking for what I'm trying to model has been done before in other cities by people who do the same thing as I do. They buy a very unique building in a unique area, and they develop their practice there. And so, like I had said, I looked at that stone house in Canton on Lawton Road. And that was just postponed. That went on forever, and they sold it to someone who offered $50,000 less than I did.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm looking for a generic office building.
No, right, you're
I'm
looking.
looking
No,
for-
I'm just suggesting maybe there are others.
If you have
like
any
it.
suggestions,
Right.
I am happy to hear them.
It's an identity. It becomes the identity of your business.
Correct.
I understand that. You know.
But I mean, I've been looking for a place that would sort of fit that. Like the Lawton House would have required a ton of investment.
Mhm.
This house is,
Not so much.
I can move in tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's really that set up perfectly for me. So, you know, I'm open to any suggestions.
All right, great. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you guys for
Thanks, Paul.
coming, especially in just for me. I appreciate it.
That's all right.
All right, have a good night.
You too, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Could he go to the ZBA?
Please. All right, discussion of new and ongoing projects. Rachel is playing the part of Hiram tonight. Anything, any news? No news? They are going to town on the Cumberland Farms thing. I mean,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
the
Some of
Tanks
those
are in the
tanks.
ground, yeah.
The tanks are in, though?
In the building.
Tanks are in. They're about to take the first 20 feet of the building off.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, if
Yeah.
you haven't driven by there, you'd be
Yeah,
surprised.
they moved quick on that.
Yeah.
It was
And the
impressive.
Berkshire
Good, I'm
Bank
glad.
building is, foundation's in and it's underway. So
Yeah.
a lot of people ask me about that.
Yeah.
What's going in there? What's going on?
Well, it was
What
a long
else?
time ago that we approved that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's usually the case. What else? What about the big apartment complex?
34 Hop.
Greenberg's property.
We have site plans to review in the office,
Okay?
to just look over the review of the final plans.
That's
before-
South Gateway, right?
The subdivision has
Yeah,
been,
okay.
yeah, so the subdivision has
That has a name, I
filed.
can't remember.
Yeah, right, I couldn't remember.
Now we're looking at the site plans to make sure, do the final check.
And when are they gonna take occupancy on the apartments in the north end of town? Those look like they're.
North end of town called East Point.
East Point, yeah.
I
Yeah.
shake
East
my head
of where?
every time I drive by that.
Oh, it's east of somewhere.
That's true.
They have started, they've got 3 or 4.
People have moved in?
I saw the moving van there yesterday.
Wow,
Yeah, so,
good deal. Not the MS.
They're close as well. They're
Yeah.
close to,
Okay.
they're
Well,
getting.
this is good, good progress. All right, David,
Move we adjourn.
all in favor?
I,
Thank you, and thanks, Rachel, for sticking around. We appreciate it.